Umpire says full. There's been a bit of a hold-up in play. There was a little bit of an altercation. The umpires and trainers were in there very, very quickly, and really nothing came out of it. So both teams still fired up at this stage, with Sandringham on 11-9, 75, Coburg 8-6, 54, and we're coming up to the 24-minute mark in the second quarter. And one of the best games of VFA we've seen for a while, as the ball is bounced in the centre again. And again, Bilby gets the knockout from the ruck, comes down the direction of Pearson. He couldn't handle it at all. A nice one-handed pickup out there. Running on is Pratt. He gets it up towards the forward zone, and the mark has been taken in defence by Evans. Evans now, from that last line of defence, he spears it up towards the wing, looking for teammates Angwin up there. Comes off the hands of the pack, through in the direction of Harbinson. Harbinson with a further hand pass to Gibb. The crowd yell out holding the ball. A pass from under the pack comes out in the direction of Christensen. He plays it for Sandy up towards the half-forward line. They can raffle this out there. A hand pass across now in the direction of Brian Said. But the umpire blowing the whistle says it's gone out of bounds, and we'll see it thrown back into play coming up to time on. Sandringham 11-9, 75, Coburg 8-6, 54. Don't forget, we'll be presenting a beautiful tankard, the Mitsubishi tankard, to the best player on the ground later today. And there goes the kick. It looked like Mercer from the pack, or Brewer was Gallagher. Gallagher from the pack and put it through for full points to Sandy again.
27 points the difference on the Mitsubishi scoreboard, and a free kick in the centre square against Coburg. So a similar pattern to the first term, where Sandy got on top just before the break. Bilby's kick, Gorozaitis at the back. Evans with a thump away. Angwin and Collins together. Fitzpatrick has just come on. Allison's getting ready to come on for Coburg. Evans waits for it. Handball wants Mansfield. I think he was hoping Mansfield maybe took his eye off it. Free kick paid. Advantage going on. Christensen towards full forward. Brewer's got it. Set in the pocket. Gorozaitis, play on. Gee, Brewer wants to kick a goal now after all that, and he has. Straight through. Goal. Brewer's kicked his goal. Player Pearson's been carried off. Not sure what happened behind play there, but Pearson's coming off. He's been carried off. And so it's 13-9 to 8-6. Let's have a look at the replay. Gets Gorozaitis. That was before. That handball there to Christensen. This was the advantage. And Pearson on the deck. But after all that, Brewer scored. And Tony Banks, what's happening down there?
On the boundary line, the boy is unconscious at the moment. He was hit very heavily by Mansfield. It appeared to be a fair bump, hip and shoulder, but he certainly knocked the living daylights out of him. And at the moment, the doctor's attending him.
Right, 13-9 to 8-6. Sandy have got a big grip on this at the moment. Harbinson, Fitzpatrick, indirect footy. Edwards. They want Cleary. Will it sit for him? It does. Finally, now, Angwin. Gee, not good footy, Coburg. Fitzpatrick, left foot. Now, Brewer with a chance. Nimmo against him. Interfere with him. Said has the ball. Over to Gallagher. Gallagher should go. Now, he's 40 metres out. No worries. Drop punt. Through it goes. Gallagher's goal. 14-9 to 8-6. And the little fellow has kicked 4, and Sandy are in full flight.
Sandringham have come back from the dead here. Coburg doing every piece of the attacking. Gallagher here, runner-up in the Liston Trophy medal, steadying in from 35 metres out, puts it straight through the middle, and Sandringham really now have the advantage as we just tick into time on here in the second term.
So on the Mitsubishi scoreboard, it's 14-9 to 8-6, 28 minutes gone. Coburg really struggling up forward. Bilby has dominated the rucks. Harbinson crashes his way through. One bounce. Handball. Fitzpatrick. They're indirect at the moment. Webster in the front spot. Lyons at the back. Now Mercer with a short kick. Fitzpatrick. Short to it. Edwards. One-handed takes the mark. Having problems though, Rex really attacking fluently through half forward.
They haven't been able to get their running and transfer of play game. They're running it off the back line, okay, but they're forced to go the short way home to goal. And this is no real soda for Edwards, because he's at that dangerous position of about 35 metres out.
Breeze is a problem. He's kicked 2 already. It's a very strong kick by Edwards, and he has just missed. So 14-9 to 8-7. Another altercation at centre half forward there. So there's plenty happening, Gibbsy.
Yeah, I'll say. There's a lot of big league going on as it's kicked out towards the half-back line on the outer side of the ground. Collins of Sandringham moves into it. He plays it towards the wing on the outer side of the ground. We'll go down to Tony Banks in a moment, but taken away here by Sed. Sed gets a lead here from Gallagher, and Gallagher takes the mark. Passes in turn to Christensen. Christensen goes for broke, but kicks it into the man coming through. A dribble off the ground, and this will come to Fitzpatrick of Coburg. Fitzpatrick now up towards the half-forward line. Players go under it. And it's pushed away by Mercer. Mercer with a further hand pass. Gets it into the hands of his teammate and Eves. Eves with a hand pass. It comes across here towards Pratt. Pratt to centre half forward. Eludes players. Comes through to Brewer. Brewer lines them up. There it goes. Another goal up to Sandringham. So Sandringham go to 15-9. Coburg 8-7. Here's Tony Banks.
Thank you very much. The latest on Pearson is that he is now conscious in the rooms. He appears to be winded at the moment. He may be a little bit concussed. But what's incensed the Sandringham people is the fact that it was an ex-Sandringham player who knocked him to the ground, and that was Kenny Mansfield. But it seems that Sandringham have gone on from there, Phil.
All right, Tony, on the Mitsubishi scoreboard, Sandringham 15-9, 99. Coburg 8-7, a total of 55. And here's a replay of Brewer coming in towards goal now for that last goal. Made no mistake about it. Now let's see what happens now with Terry Don't coming downfield. And as Bruce said, Coburg have let Sandringham do exactly the same thing again in the last 10 minutes of this quarter, and they're zigzagging the ball up on their forward line as it comes in the direction of Eves. Eves now towards the half-forward line, and this will be another Sandringham mark. The umpire's paid it to Sed. He'll go back to take the kick, and now Coburg will gather their forces on the back line to see if they can stop this forward thrust of Sandringham. Kicking towards the Fitzroy Street end of the ground. Gorozides indicating he wants it at centre half forward. There he goes, got a bit far under the ball. And this will allow Evans of Coburg to come in defence, play it to the centre. His player's not covered, but it's a dribble off the ground by Terry Dote. Mansfield grabs his opponent, but immediately they get out of trouble and turn defence into attack because Sed comes in, shoots it towards goal, and another one up to Sandringham. They go on to 16-9 to Coburg's 8 goals, 7.
Some great footy by Sandringham in the last 10 minutes of this quarter. Sed's goal virtually said it all. The handball by Gallagher was outstanding. You'll see it in a moment. Bilby's long handball, very good to Sed. And Sed's drop punt goal is a beauty, and through it goes.
Now, what's happened statistically, Ian?
In the last 10 minutes, Sandringham have kicked 7 goals, which gave them 7 goals, 6 for the quarter. Coburg, 4 goals, 1, and haven't scored in the last 10 minutes.
Must be pretty tough for Phil Cleary out there at the moment. I know Rex thinks it might be a good idea if he sits on the boundary line and has a look on for 10 or 15 minutes to see what they can do. Harbinson's handball not good. Christensen over the top of it. Brewer uses his body. Nimmo's been ineffectual in the last 15 minutes of this quarter. McLeod off the ground to Gallagher. Now, how many's he kicked? 4. Now it's 5. 17-9 to 8-7. And do you think the Liston twins enjoy this, Rex Hunt?
Gee, they're sensational. There's no doubt about it at the moment that Gallagher is just absolutely fracturing the opposition. He has them mesmerised once again. Excellent play there with a kick off the ground by the Liston Trophy winner in McLeod, and a sensational end of events. And Gallagher has 5, and Sandringham are on fire with their 8th goal for the term.
Well, what a turnaround. Coburg kicked 4 goals in the first 10 minutes, got within 4 points, and all of a sudden they trail 55 to 111 on the Mitsubishi scoreboard. Bilby has been absolutely outstanding in the ruck. Missed by Don't. Christensen, can they kick another before half-time? Adams missed it. Littler, he's not on Gorozides anymore. Poor kick. Edwards after it, and it'll be a ball in. This has been part of the problem, Rex. From half-back, the attack hasn't been as positive as it has been in recent weeks.
Well, Coburg's strength has been its defence, and they're bringing it down in 2s and 3s. This week they have had the problem that they're facing a brilliant forward line, and they can't combat them at the moment as the half-time siren sounds, with Sandringham with a great lead.
Yes, and on the Mitsubishi scoreboard, we have Sandringham 17-9, 111, Coburg 8-7, 55.